Hi guys. So I really can't get over the trending attitude or this new thing that guys are doing all over town. You have guys beating up their girlfriends and their wives and turning them into punching bags. And it's almost annoying for me, really. I don't even feel sympathy. I feel sympathy for the fact that it's a level that a woman has gotten into where she doesn't even have value for herself, now for her life, and then probably for her children or her unborn children, that you stoop so low, or that you would allow a relationship degenerate to such an extent where you become a punching bag, and then you're still seeking for advice as to whether to run away or not. Wow, as in, I can't even get over this. And a lot of people are saying that, oh, don't talk because you've never been in that situation. You don't know what's going to happen. It's not going. Sometimes I just sit down and think to myself, I'm like, babe, what do you have to do to warrant or permit a guy to beat you up? I mean, literally, I run away from fights. Like, I get my say, everything I want. People who know me know that I always have my say. I'm stubborn like that. I always get, somehow, you don't know how it happens, but I get to do what I want. But I don't sit and exchange words or start arguing and fighting with anyone. Not to even talk about a man who's supposed to be my boyfriend or my lover or my husband, my teammate. So I don't know. Okay, so there are two sides to this thing that I want to tackle. First and foremost, as a woman, you have to know that worst case scenario, no matter what happens, I have to control a conversation. I have to control a situation to ensure that I am never in a position where a man has to hit me. I'm in a place where the aggressive people, and they're being aggressive and they start to just act anyhow. I form dumb, I form mumu, and I walk away. Because I'm in a situation where I can't protect myself. I can't be seen or caught dead throwing blows with a man or a bus conductor or a crazy agbero on the road. Do you understand my point? I will just walk away, save myself any form of embarrassment, right? I also cannot put myself in a situation where I'm arguing with someone who is hot-tempered or doesn't have anything to do with me. Now, I'm talking about somebody that's in a relationship with me, because that's a different story entirely. But I won't put myself in a situation where I see somebody who's drunk or aggressive. You know how you're in a club and then they start to misbehave and then you want to start exchanging words and all that. No, I pull myself out of that kind of situation so that at the end of the day, I'm not embarrassed. You can insult me in a way, and I will walk away and go and report you to somebody who will come back and beat you up. You get my point? I'll go and bring back up and come back. But I won't stand there in a situation where I don't know how it's going to turn out, and I'll be exchanging words with somebody who is semi-drunk, who at the end of the day will say, I was drunk, I didn't know what I was in, and he will just tell me sorry after slapping me or after doing something worse. So I don't know. As women, though, I think we should think about the consequences, like the end product of whatever it is we're doing. How's it going to end? What's going to happen? You're arguing with somebody. How's it going to end? What's the point? What point are you trying to achieve? Is it worth a slap, or is it worth a punch? I mean, if you cannot agree with somebody on a certain issue or something, then I don't know how to explain it. Coming to husbands and wives, like couples, your husband, what can you possibly be arguing about that would come to blows? If he doesn't accept now, how about you try in the bedroom, or when you finish, after he just finished eating or something, and talk about it again, bring up your matter up again or something. If he thinks that you're cheating on him or something and there's a reason because you're always talking to some guy, how about you just stop talking to the guy and just, he's your husband, and then just do what he wants to some extent. Keep your distance from whoever it is that he's suspecting you for. And moreover, that's how we're supposed to even take our time to pick our husbands. You go and marry somebody who doesn't have self-esteem, who is threatened by everybody that you stay around. You talk to some guy, he's threatened. You do this one, he's threatened. You do this one, he's threatened. Anyway, I don't have anything to say. So this on this home abuse, or what do you call it, is I'm talking on the perspective of the woman, trying to make sure that you don't put yourself in a situation where I'm sorry comes next, or you don't put yourself in a situation where it becomes a court case. The point is that it's like somebody already pinching me and coming to tell me sorry, or you bust my nose, or you give me a black eye, and then you come and apologize, or we get a divorce. We can always get a divorce without a black eye. I don't know why people always allow it to get to a point where there's already physical damage, mental damage, and then they now separate. I want to avoid the physical pain. I want to avoid the mental pain and move on. I mean, you can always eat. I think you can eat your cake and have it. You don't have to allow it to get to the worst case scenario. Start to handle things before it gets really bad. As soon as you start to see smoke, you start to pour water on it. Either way, or you run away from the fire. Anyhow. People just wait for it until the whole thing is consumed by fire before they now start to shout for help. Like, seriously. Women, please. Until you start to love ourselves and start to do things, start to respect ourselves, start to understand our value, start to understand your role as a woman, start to understand your strength as a woman. Until you know your strength and you know what you can achieve as a woman and how to achieve it, and look for all the vices that women have. Until you tap into all those our skills, all those our read books. I mean, there's so many ways to get a man, so many ways to get a man to do stuff for you, so many ways to allow a man agree with you. There's so many ways. You just have to go out there and read, hear, listen to stories, listen to advice, listen to experiences. Just so many ways to get things done, aside you being a punching bag and you being beaten for nothing. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. But please, let's be careful, and let's be watchful. Let's be observant before we make any ties, and before we commit to anyone. We should be sure of what we want. Let's not be desperate. I know that our society puts a lot of pressure on women to settle down. Don't marry because you're old already, or you're too old, or you need to settle down, or you need to move to another level. You're tired of being poor, or you want companionship or something. We have that. See, marriage is a lot more than that. You just rush and settle down with some man that you really don't know how he feels about you, or what he's about, his character, what he likes, what he doesn't like, whether you can take what he does or what he doesn't do. And then you end up marrying the person and you find yourself you're in a trap, or you're in some cage or some prison, and then you start to act out, and then he starts to beat you up. And please, let's take our time. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's respect ourselves. Our body is the temple of God, and then we're precious beings. You shouldn't allow anybody trample on you or beat you up for no reason. It's you have to know our level as women. It's beneath you for any man to raise his hand on you. And until we get to understand these things, we will not move forward. Anyhow, so they're going to be different parts, these things. So this is just me saying that this is just on the part of a woman trying to avoid being beaten. Okay, so domestic violence, part 1. The next part is going to be talking about how signs of a man that's going to beat a woman, or how they come about. I think from my own perspective, how the guy is wired, or what I think causes it. So alright, see you guys. Don't forget to like this audio, and then drop comments. Let me know what you think, and then if you have anything you want me to talk about, please let me know as well. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.